So here's a bit of advice for you. Do not use eBay head gaskets. I recently did a head gasket on this Civic, and I got an eBay upper gasket set, so it was like head gasket, valve cover gasket, various other gaskets, I suppose, but mainly it was for the valve cover gasket and the head gasket. And I went ahead and put the head gasket on it, put everything back together. You know, it was all set, all good. I even used copper spray on it. So this is the head gasket in question, actually. So I copper sprayed both sides pretty good, you know, because doing a head gasket on a Honda, it's like, well, you know, maybe because the head is aluminum and the block is aluminum, there might be a little bit of warpage. I did check with a straight edge and it wasn't too bad, but I just put some copper spray on to be safe. But I went ahead and put it all back together, and the damn thing was pushing coolant out the reservoir. The cooling jacket was getting pressurized by the cylinder combustion gases, and you know, that was pretty irritating. So I actually ended up going to AutoZone and I got a Felpro head gasket. So, you know, I guess still Chinese head gasket, but maybe this one has a little bit better quality control of their factory. But anyways, I got the Felpro head gasket, put it in there, and that's what's currently in the car right now, and it's holding pressure perfect. Upper and lower radiator hose are at the proper firmness when it's up to operating temperature. The reservoir is all good. No coolant overflow or no coolant being pushed excessively out of the reservoir, and you know, heat works great. There's no air bubbles in it. So, you know, you'd think, you know, on eBay it's like, well, they've been making the D series engine for like 20 years, and they started what, in like late 80s to like mid 2000s, but you know, they've been around for almost 26, 27 years. So you'd think these aftermarket cheap Chinese replica parts would, you know, would have time to do their research and work. But that's apparently not the case. So I would strongly suggest only using eBay for either gaskets you can easily replace, like a valve cover gasket, or gaskets that are, or gaskets or seals that are, you know, pretty obvious if it works or not. You know, like a front main seal, you compare the eBay one to the one that you pulled off, and if it's the correct outside diameter and the correct inside diameter, well, you know, maybe it'll work, or probably it'll work. So that's just a little PSA for you guys. Don't mess around with eBay head gaskets. It's just a waste of time.